Hi everyone, it's Kim. This is Bookmark and Breadsticks going live. I really don't expect anyone to tune in. Transparently, I was just having a week where I didn't want to pre-film any of my content or announcements, so I thought I would just do them live. So it is Saturday, June 4th, and I don't even know where to begin. Last month I hit 2 years on Booktube, so thank you everyone for the love and support. Which, yeah, I really can't believe I've been consistently on Booktube for 2 years now, especially in the nonfiction space, doing my own food writing thing. I recognize I'm a super niche little space of the Booktube universe. Just shy of 800 followers. I swear I had like 810. And then ever since I started only posting one day a week, I've just had a couple followers drop off. But honestly, it's fine. I recognize that not filming as consistently as I used to be is probably part of the algorithm's way of punishing me. It is what it is, you know? I still very much love the booktube community, but I am always looking for more nonfiction booktubers. A lot of the booktubers I followed in the past 2 years, and at least in the nonfiction space, are also infrequently posting. Oh, hi, Beth. So yeah, if you guys have any other nonfiction booktubers that you guys think I should check out, please feel free to always let me know. I always want to support that community or my community. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I still follow a lot of booktubers that honestly, I don't read any of the books that they talk about, but it has helped me. I have been so good at gift giving. My sisters and I are all readers, right? But having booktube really helps me find books that they're going to like, because I still watch a lot of fantasy booktubers and a lot of like mystery booktubers. Anyway, a lot of fun. What have I learned the 2 years on Booktube? I really can't tell you much other than I just keep doing what I'm doing. I do think that I don't see as many tag videos as I used to. I was never very good at tag videos anyway. And I do find that my videos that actually perform the best on my channel of all the videos are little free libraries. Beth, yes, I do watch a book. Olive is like my idol. I have sent her I think almost every Read It and Eat subscription box just to get feedback. I've done a book swap with her too. I'm trying to like do the live chat and watch at the same time. So yes, I love Olive. I think Olive is a great person to watch. Also, if you haven't already, please also go subscribe and follow Olive. I also think I'm doing a book exchange this summer with Book Bully. So that's very exciting. And I'm always looking for more people just to have friends in this crazy booktube universe. Oh, thank you, Blaine. Love the box. Yeah, I've been working really hard on the Read It and Eat box and my world and my small business in general. And that's been something also as well. So I launched my Read It and Eat book boxes, which are at booksandbread.com, the same month that I essentially launched my YouTube channel. I did a soft launch in May, I should say. And by September of that year, the first box that I actually ever sold was a bread themed box. So it's been a really fun 2 years in just learning from other booktubers, having booktubers unbox things, and just continue to just be in a good community. A good community. I don't know how else to articulate that. I'm not very suave this morning. I actually just spent the past 6 weeks with a home organizer, though, actually organizing all of my books and items for Read It and Eat and the boxes. And you probably can't see much of it, but like all of this stuff that you guys don't see on camera that often, this is my whole world where I'm packing like blind dates with the books. All the blind dates are over here. All of the snacks. This is really hard to like do sideways. All of the snacks. There's a lot of things I need to pack, obviously, and continue to be organized with. You can also see back there, that's actually the bookcase. Not that way, not that way, this way. This is actually the backdrop. It's actually a book cabinet where I do all of my filming. My tripod sits out there all the time. So you're actually like very much in the universe of my little booktube world. A big project I'm working on in the next couple of weeks is my friend's Sarah, her boyfriend Colton it works in construction. He's actually going to help me build floating bookshelves all the way across this back wall, so that I just have lines all the way across for all of my books. Oh, happy early birthday, Blaine. I know it's in August, but happy early birthday. Continue to remind me. That's super exciting. I'll throw a little extra something in that box for you as well. So first, what else can I talk about? What am I currently reading? So I did just start, if you guys haven't already figured it out, I'm a huge Anthony Bourdain fan. I miss having that kind of anti-host, anti-hero kind of voice in the food space. He died by suicide a couple of years ago. I've actually had a couple of the last books written about him that I haven't been mentally ready to read, and I just finally started In the Weeds. This is by Tom Vitale. Tom Vitale worked with Anthony Bourdain for I think over 400 or 500 episodes. So he'd been with Anthony Bourdain through all of his different shows, including No Reservations and Parts Unknown. So this is Tom's story and his relationship with, he calls him Tony. I think we all call him Anthony Bourdain, like his full name, but he usually his friends called him Tony. I just started this morning. I started it as an audiobook since Tom himself actually narrates this book, which you guys know I'm a sucker when especially in a memoir topic or a memoir book is going to be narrated by the author himself, herself, themselves. I am fully on board and into it. So the first chapter, I'm only a chapter in. And obviously the whole book kicks off with, why don't they do the show with a new host? I think it's honestly because Anthony Bourdain, and that was his show. I think there are tons of other travel shows and travel log, food log shows out there. I think Anthony Bourdain was a pinnacle of that space. It's what made the space didn't exist really before Anthony Bourdain and his first show, No Reservations. If you are looking for a travelogue like show where you're learning about food around the world or even in the United States, I highly recommend Padma Lakshmi's Taste of Nation. It's had 2 seasons now. It's Emmy Award winning, and Padma learned a lot, I think, from Tony Bourdain. She's also the host of the Top Chef franchise. So another great show. I just don't think you can capture lightning in a bottle a second time the way Anthony Bourdain, who he was as a person. But I'm only 1 chapter into this one. And it's only June 4th, but I have finished 2 books already. So first book, I just finished this yesterday, is Desserts Can Save the World by Christina Tozzi. Christina Tozzi is the founder of Milk Bar. If you don't know Milk Bar, first off, she has her own episode in the show Chef's Table on Netflix. So I really recommend you watch that episode to learn all about Christina Tozzi. That's where I first learned about her myself. She actually worked under David Chang and his Momofuku Co. before she ended up launching this Milk Bar empire. So this is part memoir, I don't even know if you would call it memoir. It's really wisdom that she has, wisdom that she's learned while growing up, and how food and specifically desserts relates to all of this. This is maybe 200 pages. I want to point out it's a very strange shape. Like, it's much shorter than the average hardcover book. I don't know how I feel. It also doesn't have this has a book sleeve. You know, one of these guys. This one, the book is printed straight on to, the print is straight on the cover. I don't know if I'm explaining this very well, but there's no book jacket on this. And I don't know if this is just part of the style of Harmony Books, which I believe Harmony Books is the publisher for this. And I think they work with Penguin Random House. I've seen a different book come out this year that also came from this, that has this same style where you're not going to get a book sleeve anymore. Anyway, sorry. Desserts Can Save the World. It is very lighthearted. It is a very quick read. There are tons of delicious recipes in here. Do I like the Food Network? Yes, I grew up watching the Food Network. I'd say my younger sister definitely watched more of the cooking shows. Like, today we're going to bake a recipe. And I grew up watching Iron Chef. I grew up watching the next Food Network star. My dad really loved diners, drive-ins, and dives. And that was my dad's favorite show on the Food Network. And my dad always wanted to go visit the places that Guy Fieri had visited. So when my dad and my mom came to see me graduate from my MBA program, we actually found one of the restaurants Guy Fieri had visited, and we actually took him to that restaurant. It's called Lake Effect Diner in Buffalo, New York. It's not around anymore, unfortunately. It closed during the pandemic, but it was really fun to take my dad and show him, on the wall. Whenever Guy Fieri goes places, he spray paints his a logo of his own blonde hair and sunglasses on the wall. And it was really fun to show my dad and be like, look, there you go. See, he was here. Christina Tozzi, you will not see a lot of her on like food competitions or food cooking shows. She is definitely more of a business mogul than I'd say a celebrity chef. She owns the Milk Bar franchise. There's multiple stores, and her big claim to fame was cereal milk. So cereal milk, she essentially, like, imagine brewing cornflakes and, when they get soggy at the bottom of your bowl of cereal, she will stream that off, and the milk that's left behind is just so delicious. She has now expanded that into cookies, cakes. You can now order her cookies and cakes anywhere in the United States, and they'll get shipped to you. She also now has Milk Bar ice cream in retail locations. I believe she launched in in Whole Foods, excuse me. That's what you learn about in the book. I wish I had gotten more detail about her life, more of the business side or what it was like opening Milk Bar and working under Chang. And this is much more just snippets and wisdom of her life. There's nothing wrong with this book. It just wasn't particularly what I was looking for, but it left me hungry. It left me upbeat. It left me very inspired and motivated. So I'm actually going to be baking donuts right after this live for my friend for her birthday. So it's super charming. I think this is a great book for someone in your life who's a food lover, especially someone who loves to bake more than anything. So this is one of the 2 books I've read so far in the month of June. I'm 1 chapter into Tom Vital's book, In the Weeds. Excuse me, I'm trying not to sneeze. You did not miss the big news yet. It's coming. I'm just going to give you the updates on what I'm reading first, and then we'll get into the big news. The second book that I read this month is Zabar's, A Family Story with Recipes by Lori Zabar. And Lori Zabar is the great-granddaughter of the Zabar grocery chain in New York City. So this is a wonderful book. It is all about the immigrant story, opening this little grocery store that has now become this cultural phenomenon. It's known worldwide. It's known globally. This is the stuff I love about food writing. Tell me the stories. Tell me about your family history and how some of this is the restaurant or a grocery store that's been around for many, many years. This is definitely one of the top 10 books I've read this year. I really enjoy it. It's the fascinating, mouth-watering story with recipes of an immigrant family that created a New York gastronomic legend. I am someone who grew up in New York, so I'm always a big sucker for New York City. I worked in New York City for a couple of years. What I loved about it, too, is that you have the whole family tree. So you can really, as you learn about or get introduced to more names, you can follow the family tree, which was super helpful for me to keep an eye on. So those are the books I read, and what I'm currently reading. And there aren't too many big goals I've set for this Booktube channel this year. Since April, I've only been posting 1 day a week, so I am looking to get back up to 2 days a week. So I think part of it is I have to be inspired, and I want to make content that you guys actually like, versus just creating churn for the sake of creating churn for the YouTube algorithm. So I'm still doing my Unwrapping My TBR series. I'm still trying to read all of the James Beard Award nominated books in food writing from the 1990s. I'll admit that I'm very much stuck on Simca and Friends. It's like really not a fun read for me right now. And I'm still unwrapping my books on my TBR, and I'm still working on my Little Free Library. I actually have a new Little Free Library vlog that'll come out this month in June. But if there are other things that you guys are interested in hearing about, I'd love to know. I've been thinking about, do I want to start reviewing like the best food TV shows that I recommend that you watch? Like, is it Chef's Table? Is it Taste of a Nation? What am I watching? What am I learning? That way there's more mediums than just books. I realize that makes me Booktube Plus versus just Booktube, but I think it would be fun to tell you guys, like, if you liked this book, you'll like the show. Just like how I could mention for Christina Tozzi, I learned about Christina Tozzi because of a TV show, Chef's Table. Then I knew her book was coming out and I pre-ordered it. So let me know if you're interested in that kind of, if you like this, try that kind of world. Who knows? Maybe I'll add that as well. I have 2 weeks off at the end of June where I plan on making a lot of content. I think also I'm dealing with, as a small business owner, this is a good segue back to the big news for Read It and Eat. As a small business owner, I have had Read It and Eat for 2 years. And this year I'm just really struggling with the world of inflation. I did crowdfund earlier this year, thanks to a lot of you guys donating to that crowdfunding campaign. And I've been able to keep myself moving, but as the prices for things like shipping and mailing goes on, oh wow, tons of recommendations just came in from Beth. Thank you so much. I will add that. I want to copy this. Oh, I don't want to. Oh, perfect. I put it up there so everyone else could see it as well. That was super cool. Sorry, I'm not great with live stream. Obviously, I don't do it that often. So, what is the big news for Read It and Eat? Well, first off, if you haven't already known, the summer coffee box is now available online, and it includes a really wonderful book. It was actually one of my top books that I read last year, and that book is The Monk of Mocha by Dave Eggers. If you recognize the name Dave Eggers, that is because he is the author of The Circle. But this is a work of nonfiction, and The Monk of Mocha is a true story of a Yemeni American man raised in San Francisco who dreams of resurrecting the ancient art of Yemeni coffee, but finds himself trapped in saunas by a civil war. This was such a captivating story. I was on like the edge of my seat. I was so excited when I read this book. I actually have the hardcover version of this. It's beautiful, has gold inlay in it. I really was excited to build a whole box around this coffee book. And in this box, now you continue to get stickers from my younger sister and her partner. They design to all of Toasty's friends, which in this one is a little espresso bean and a coffee cup. The other bookish accessories in here, we have another wonderful bookmark made by my friend Hannah, who owns Spark Marks Books. Her Etsy shop has tons of other books as well. We've worked on bookmarks all year for each of the boxes. I also like that they're a little bit heftier. They've got a little bit of weight to them, which I think is wonderful. And they have these beautiful tassels to them. There's also a cute little spoon. It's actually a teaspoon. It's meant to mix your coffee. And it actually has, I don't know if you can see it through the wrapper. It's a donut. And also, you have to have coffee coasters for your coffee. These are from the Homebody Society, another small business, and they have cute little sayings on them like hot coffee and good books. So as a reminder, everyone who I partner with in my Read It and Eat subscription boxes, and even the Blind Date with a Book snack partners, these are all small businesses in the United States, and their items are not available on Amazon. I really want to help out small businesses just like myself, especially in a year where there's a lot of struggle going on. The big food item that you could get if you order this box is actually a trio of different coffees for you to try. This is from New Day Coffee. They are a local coffee roaster in my town here in New York. And a portion of the proceeds from their coffee, all coffee sales, actually goes to support small businesses in Buffalo, New York. On top of that, my boxes, for every Read It Any box that's sold, there is a $5 donation to charity. So the 3 different flavors you're going to get are Jamaican Me Crazy, salted caramel mocha, and the traditional house blend, which I just love smell. I love the smell of coffee. And these were ground especially for us, so they're sample sizes, but they were made fresh about a month ago. That's when I started shipping the box. So I'm not going to pretend that every time you order a box, I go down the street and have the coffee ground fresh right there. But it is a lovely box. It's great for the coffee drinker in your life. Father's Day is coming up. If you have a male or father figure in your life that loves coffee, maybe your grandpa would like it. So that is available on booksandbread.com. Let me see if I can find... So if you're interested in the coffee box, you can get that here. Also, while you're on the homepage of booksandbread.com, I actually am doing a survey so we can understand and learn more about some of the potential boxes I'll design next year for 2023. If you do fill out the survey, which it's only 10 questions, you do get a coupon code for your next purchase. The fall box is going to be a cheese box, and the winter box that will ship in time for the holidays will be sauces and spices. So if you like hot sauce, that box is definitely for you. Gosh, I'm so sorry. Someone mowed the lawn, like my neighbor, and I'm trying very hard not to sneeze. Okay, the final thing, the big announcement. So as you guys know, Read It and Eat has two different tiers. There's curated boxes where you know everything that's inside of them, and there's Blind Date with a Book, which is more about the surprise. If you want a surprise in your life, you can get a food book across multiple genres, which I have fiction, young adult, romance, cozy mysteries, nonfiction, and middle grade. The first announcement is that by hopefully the holiday season, so by maybe October. Excuse me, do you guys, can you see him? Do you see my cat? Sorry, he just meowed at me. Sorry. The first announcement is that I am going to be introducing a Blind Date with a Book for manga readers in time for the holidays. So I can't tell you what the books are going to be because that spoils the surprise, but manga will be the next genre available for the Blind Date with a Book tier. I love my graphic novels. I love my manga. So I really hope that you guys are excited that there's a new genre for you guys to choose from. Again, every time you order a Blind Date with a Book, you will always get a wrapped book with a hint on the front and also a snack from a small business. The final, here it is, the big announcement. I was contacted by a writer, an author, and I wish I had like the speech prepared, but I was at work one day, I was checking my DMs, and I was contacted by an author who has a romance debut coming out in July, and she wanted us to collaborate together. Have I heard of Legends and Lattes, D&D style short fantasy with an orc? Ooh, I have not. Like, let me write this down. I love this, Beth. One of my first food mangas was definitely Kitchen Princess, which was just the cutest thing in the world. I do love Restaurant from Another Universe. I think Restaurant from Another World, where the door opens and you go into the restaurant, but it doesn't matter where you are in any of the fantastical worlds. But I'll write that. I wrote that down. Thank you, Beth. Okay, so this author can. I'm so easily distracted by the chat. I'm so sorry. So this author DM'd me and wanted to collaborate on a box focused around her new debut. Now, I have the ARC version, and I'm really, really excited to announce that I will be creating a box based around the book For Butter or Worse. This is by Erin La Rosa, and it comes out July 26th. So this is a Harlequin imprint. It hits... Yeah, excuse me. It is a Harlequin imprint book and owned by HarperCollins. So let me read the back for you guys. They go together like water and oil. All chef Nina Leone wants is to make a name for herself in the culinary world and inspire young women everywhere to do the same. For too long, she's been held back and underestimated by the male-dominated sphere of professional kitchens, and she's had enough. Now, as co-host of the competitive reality TV show, The Next Cooking Champ, she finally has a real shot at being a top tier in the foodie scene. Too bad her co-host happens to be Hollywood's schmarmiest jerk. Restaurateur Leo O'Donnell never means to get under Nita's skin. It just seems to happen, especially when the cameras are rolling. It's part of the anxiety and stress he has come to know all too well in this line of work. So nothing prepares him for the fallout after he takes one joke a smidge too far and Nina quits on live TV. To make the matters worse, the two are caught in what looks like a compromising situation by the paparazzi, and fans of the show go absolutely nuts. Turns out a secret romance between Nina and Leo just might be what their careers need the most. Now all they can do is play along without killing each other and without catching feelings. Easy as artisanal shepherd's pie, right? So I am so, so excited. This is Erin La Rosa's debut in the romance space For Butter or Worse, perfect for the foodie romance reader. And I will be designing an entire box around this book. The box will go on pre-order starting on Monday, and the box will ship hopefully a week before publication date. It really depends on how... What I'm really waiting for are the books. And as you guys have known, I'm sure you guys hear it in the news, please be patient. The books, everything is delayed in shipping because of inflation and because of gas prices and things like that. But you'll be able to pre-order the whole box on Monday. And my goal is to ship it a week before publication. So in mid-July. So you do get to know what book it is. And Erin and her team are so supportive and so excited to be working on this box with me. So you're probably wondering, what am I going to get in this box? First off, you're getting an autographed copy of the book. So each order comes with an autographed nameplate to go with the book, which I'm already so excited about. Erin wanted to do that. She really loves that Read It and Eat has this nonprofit and donation component to help others. So a portion of the proceeds of this box will be going to Feed Buffalo here in Buffalo, where I am from. As you guys might have heard in the news, Buffalo, we were a victim of a massacre a couple of weeks ago, and it has put a lot of people without direct access to fresh food because the Tops Market is closed. So all of the proceeds from this box are going to be used to buy fresh food and help that community out. So it really personally means a lot to me. Not that all of my boxes have a donation component, but this one really hits home for me, and I would love your support. So you're going to get an autographed book. You're helping Buffalo, New York come out of, recover from this tragedy. I have all of the components of the box, and I'm going to leave some of them as a surprise, guys, because I want you'll see it on the pre-order images. I actually have a photo shoot and some beautiful stuff coming up really soon to help drive buzz and excitement. But first, I have to show you. You're going to get a butter bookmark. Like, oh, it's upside down. Sorry. How stinking cute is a butter bookmark? It's die cut. It's perfect. This comes from Humdrum Papers. They specialize in making these like foodie bookish things, which I'm so jealous I didn't think of this before. As always, you will have all of the objects, within the box do support a small business. You are going to get also a set of stickers, again, from Sunbreeze Studio. So you're going to get Toasty and Toasty's friend, which is going to be a croissant, which I'm very, very excited for. And this bookmark, you're also going to get 3 foodie items. So this is on the scale of a regular Read It and Eat box, but this is a fiction, romantic comedy versus nonfiction. So I will give you one of the 3 items. I don't want to spoil all of it. You're going to at least get apple butter. So the book is called For Butter or Worse. You're going to get a butter bookmark, and you're going to get apple butter as one of your condiments. There are 2 other goodies in the box, which are really big. One you have to make, and one you get to eat while enjoying this book. I am super, super excited. If you haven't already, I really encourage you to go follow the author, Erin La Rosa, on Instagram, and go follow HarperCollins and Harlequin. I think HPN is the official, HQN is the official imprint that's publishing the book, because they will be doing a giveaway for 1 free box. We will also be sending them to a couple influencers, and I'm not going to name names on the influencers, but this is such an exciting opportunity for me, guys. I'm a small business, and the idea that this could be sent, like I want to pitch it to BuzzFeed. I really hope that influencers unbox it, talk about it, tag it, and share it. This is the first time an author's ever come to me directly and wanted to build a box. We built this box together. She's approved everything. Her whole publishing team is like on emails with me, also checking all of my spelling for all of my inserts to make sure I spell things right, which makes sense. They're writers. I was so embarrassed. There were a couple typos, but they're very, very sweet about all that stuff. So that is the big news. Is this is a collaborative box that a publisher and an author want to work with me on. For Butter or Worse, a debut rom-com coming out July 26th. Erin pitches it to me because I'm actually reading the arc right now, like literally right now. Because I got the arc a couple days. Once I said yes and I wanted to do the box, they immediately sent me an arc so I could read it. She calls it the Great British Baking Show, but imagine that your hosts are in their 30s and they're beautiful and hot. And I'm so into this. Like, I love rom-coms like this, and I think this is a huge opportunity. There's so, like, oh my gosh, guys, like what if like I got good press and there was huge awareness? There will only be 60 of these autographed boxes created. And the pre-orders, again, will go on sale on Monday. It won't have a beautiful image yet. I'm not doing photography for another week just because I'm waiting for a final book to come in versus an uncorrected proof. So I will continue to start posting about it more on social media, especially on Instagram. So if you're interested in like the potential giveaway component, you need to be following me over on Instagram at Bookmarks and Breadsticks. And this one, unfortunately, any of the coupons, like I normally have coupons and discounts on my website. This is the only one where the coupon won't apply because this is such a special box. I really hope that you guys will be willing to pay full price on this larger box. It's going to retail at $60. Maybe 65 depending upon the ship, you're going to pay shipping on it. But I hope you guys understand that you're getting 3 foodie items. You're getting the book that is autographed from a debut author. You're getting the bookmark stickers and a ton of there's a couple other little secret goodies in there, and the apple butter as well. So that is my big news. You could call it a product launch, but it's, again, a curated box with an author for her debut that comes out in July for Butter or Worse. And I really hope that you guys keep an eye out. And if it's not for you, think if there's someone who needs a gift. Tell your friends that maybe they're not huge into Booktube, but would they love, this is a great like summer beach read. Like read this while you're on vacation, enjoy the snacks, surprise coming, and the things that you can build from the box. I could keep talking about it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I really have to say that things like the opportunities like this wouldn't have come along if it wasn't for this YouTube channel and this really supportive Booktube community, and also having Read It and Eat. So thank you so much, guys. If you haven't already and you're watching this live stream and you haven't subscribed, please like and subscribe on this video. Oh, thank you, Blaine. I would love to have a bigger following. I would love for Read It and Eat to be my full-time life. I have goals one day of opening a Read It and Eat bookstore where you can buy food and books and take cooking classes. Like that's the long-term dream, everybody. But I really hope that you can spread the word on this box. Thank you so much, Beth and Blaine, for tuning in, and everyone else. You can watch this as a recorded video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram at Bookmarks and Breadsticks. I will update the summary below after I end the broadcast. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great Saturday. Be well. And also drop a note for me in the comments. Let me know what you're reading and if there's other nonfiction booktubers I should follow. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.